Can you imagine to set out for the highways between Haute-Savoie and Savoie Clear, cool shade, and the soft hush of pine? Slip on your walking boots, keep a steady walking pace, hear the mild water run, taste the sharp tang of stone, feel the light brush your cheeks. For the next 11 minutes, we'll drift through open meads, deep woods, and quiet chapels, in calm and wonder. Breathe in, let the world fall still, and come with me. Our adventure begins at dawn on the winding roads of the French Alps. I embark on a journey through Savoie, famed for its towering peaks and wild landscapes. Nearly 9/10 of Savoy's territory is mountainous, with an average altitude of 1,500 meters, so we are quickly surrounded by craggy ridges and deep valleys. Dawn light gilds the summits in gold, and the air is crisp with pine and stone. Birdsong punctuates the silence as I drive higher toward the ridge that marks the border between Haute-Savoie and Savoie. Here, two historic provinces meet beneath a sky streaked with cirrus clouds. After we went into Les Saisies, a sunlit mountain village nestled on a high plateau. The village stretches from about 1,150 meters at its base up to 2,000 timber chalets with sloping roofs dot the hillside, surrounded by wide open views. I step out to admire the 360 degrees panorama, snow-fed pastures and distant summits shimmering in the morning light. In summer, the slopes are green and tranquil. In winter, they host world-class skiing. Either way, Les Saisies retains a charming, peaceful air. Leaving the village, I set off on foot along a grassy alpine trail. The path weaves through wildflower meadows and gently rising hillsides. Above me tower more distant peaks. I pause often to soak it all in. The scent of pine needles underfoot, the whisper of wind through the grass. On distant crags, I glimpsed the silhouette of a chamois or ibex, those emblematic mountain dwellers. Closer by, marmots chirp from their burrows and whistle at each passerby. It feels as though all of the Alps creatures are sharing this morning with us. A far-off cowbell tinkles faintly, a reminder of the pastoral life at these heights. We descend into the next valley toward Crest-Voland. The road winds down through dark spruce forests, streams burbling at the roadside. Crest-Voland's village lies at about 1,230 meters, with grassy slopes and barns piled with hay rising above it. Golden larches shimmer in the sunlight, and a gentle breeze cools the climb. In the village itself, the old stone chalets and a little church recall the region's heritage. I step aside to watch water rushing over mossy stones in a mountain creek, the clear pool reflecting the distant peaks. From Crest-Voland, I take a shady trail back into the high country. Towering firs form a cathedral of green above me. Shafts of sunlight pierce their canopy, illuminating the moss-covered forest floor. Every so often, the trail breaks tree line, and I am rewarded with breathtaking panoramas. One way, the Arabis Range spreads out in jagged towers. The other, the snowy spires of the Mont Blanc massif loom on the horizon. Each vantage seems more vast and dramatic than the last. Next, we drive through the Combe de Savoie and up the Val Montjoie toward Les Contamines-Montjoie. In summer, this area is a flower field, pastures protected by fir forests under Mont Blanc's watchful peaks. On arrival, fields of alpine flowers and hay meadows roll out under the trees, filling the valley with color. Dark fir woods line the higher slopes, and the cool air carries hints of pine resin and wild mint. The little town and its church perched by the river, silent and quaint. We wind over rustic wooden bridges and listen to the steady rush of the Bonmont torrent. Above us, Mont Blanc's white summit remains a distant guardian. Finally, I reached the tiny Notre-Dame de la Gorge chapel. It is a simple Baroque church, its whitewashed walls gleaming and its painted facade brightly trimmed. Perched at about 1,210 meters, it has stood here for centuries. Marking the very end of the road and the beginning of the mountain trails. We pause inside for a moment of quiet reflection, listening to the breeze through the pines outside. As the final sunlight fades, I turn to you with a smile. Thank you kindly for joining me on this tranquil journey. I bid you a fond farewell until our next adventure. Don't forget to subscribe to don't forget future videos. And if you like this video, share and give a like.